welcome back to the Healthiest Home, where we inspire you to ditch that all or nothing mindset and find your own healthiest life. We hope to encourage you, inspire you, and motivate you on your journey. And I'm your host, Ainsley. I'm here with my co-host and husband, Gerardo.
Hey everyone, we're excited that you're joining us again. And last week we were talking about finding a good rhythm of meal prep. I think we have to circle back and declare victory, sort of.
Yes, sort of is the theme of our lives. I think we've locked in and we have found success with our meal prep-ish. So just to recap, if you didn't tune in last week, we have been making a bunch of protein and vegetables, or we did those breakfast burritos. The point is we make a bulk amount of food one day and we store it. We have the protein, we have the vegetables. This week again, we circled back to smoked chicken. So good, smoked chicken thighs, delicious. And we just make it in batches and we dish it out as we need it, instead of making 7 identical meals and stacking them in the fridge.
I'm glad we brought back the smoked chicken because I think it's the best healthy-ish protein. 1, it's affordable. 2, it tastes good. 3, it's easy to cook, especially on the smoker. You kind of just like set it and forget it, and everyone likes it.
Yeah, I love the smoked chicken. You definitely can't beat it. For our audience, let's clarify what our goals are, because we're moving from kitchen to gym-ish this week. Our big overarching theme and big overarching goal is we want to be healthy-ish for ourselves, for our future selves, for our kids, for our family, for our future grandkids, and all that stuff. That's big picture. Longevity. But let's talk about our right now goals. For me, it's strength training, getting stronger. I'm on day like 85 of my strength training program and absolutely loving it. I am getting stronger. I'm seeing results. And that just makes me so happy.
Really, the big thing that I'm struggling with is getting consistent sleep and going to sleep at a decent time. With so much that we had got going on, it's really easy for me to get lock in my workouts, whether it's like 5 in the morning or in the afternoon with the kids. But my issue is staying up later past the time I know I should be going to sleep. That way I can really maximize my sleep and recovery, so I can actually maximize my fitness goals, and really let that do the work for itself.
So, Gerardo, can you tell our audience why they should strength training and why strength training is for everybody at any age? As always, consult your physician before making a huge lifestyle change. So there is this misconception that strength training always involves lifting heavy dumbbells and barbells and kettlebells. Is there another way to strength train?
Oh, of course, yeah. And that can look like differently for different people, and it can be modified for your goals, your skills, depending on where you're at in your fitness goals. So a very popular one that I always really enjoy is resistance bands. They're easy. You can carry them around. You can take them to the office. You can take them to the gym. You can leave them at home. They're very portable, and you can get a lot of resistance just out of those bands. Whether you can get creative with them.
Yeah.
And then a second one is your own body. Your body is a good source of resistance, whether it's doing pull-ups, you're doing dips, whether it's you're doing push-ups. You can also get creative. There's a whole series of movements just using your body that will give you plenty of resistance to build a good strength program.
So that's the how. Anyone can. Why is strength training so important for everybody?
Right. So strength exercise, the key benefit of it is to build muscle, and everybody should be building muscle, whether you're in your 80s, you're in your 30s, you're trying to build muscle. That's the whole goal. And why do we want to build muscle? 1, it's good for your health. It's good for your longevity as you get older. It's good for your metabolism. It's pretty much the king of, your physique is your muscle. It's so crucial in so many different ways that all our exercising should be a big foundation is building muscle.
What does this look like in a healthy-ish home? What are some goals that some people might have?
Right. And that obviously varies depending on where you're at in your fitness goals. So it could look like just doing 10 push-ups.
Maybe your goal is 10 push-ups?
Your goal is just do 10 push-ups.
That was mine for a long time. Now I can do like 15.
Yeah. Well, then, that can vary, Some people
or carrying the groceries, right?
5 or carrying your kids.
Yeah, can't put
You know, be able to carry your kids and be able to pick them up. That might just be a goal, you know, or
So bringing it back home, little tidbit. I was so shocked to find out Leo's weight was like 55 pounds because I carry him so consistently. I kept thinking he's still 30 pounds, but now I'm lugging around a 55 pounder all over the place.
yeah.
And I love it. I love that I can still carry him easily because even though he's growing, he's still my baby.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed I've been carrying him less and less distance because I'm like, wow, you're getting heavy now. And I didn't realize because I kept thinking he was the same weight.
Mhm.
But we definitely noticed that he's had a growth spur. But he has like the same body composition, you know. He just got a little taller, a little, you know, leaner. And I've noticed I'm like, I can't carry him as long, and like in a certain position, of course.
Yeah.
Like I can't just pick
You
him
put
up.
him on your back.
I'll put him on my back or put him on my hip, and carry him. But
Yeah.
he's hefty.
But that can be a goal, just carrying your kids around, like you said, or carrying your groceries
Right.
from the car, 250-pound bags of groceries.
Right. Without
Farmers carry.
without getting winded or tired and have to take a break. You
So
know.
yeah, these are different goals that you can have.
Right.
They're just healthiest home goals.
And then depending on what your equipment you have at home, like let's say you do have a squat bar pull up, that could be doing 2 pull ups. That can be your goal.
Mm.
Or that can be, you know, I want to be able to do 1 squat.
Right.
You can modify your goals. So that looks different for everybody. But start small. Start whatever it is that you want to be able to do. But here's the real secret sauce. Strength training will boost your metabolism. And this is how. Essentially, when you strength train and you use resistance properly, you're going to build more muscle. And the more muscle you build, because muscle is already higher metabolically expensive, you're just going to burn through more calories just standing, just on its own.
Okay.
So the more muscle you build on your body, the more calories and more calorie hungry it's going to be, which is going to boost your metabolism just by having more lean muscle compared to fat.
Right.
Fat is lazy metabolically. Therefore, the more fat you have, that's why people
Fat burns less calories.
burns less calories and they have slower metabolism.
Okay.
So if you're comparing 2 people, one that's overweight and versus one that's leaner and muscular, this person is going to have a higher metabolism just because they have more muscle than the person who doesn't.
Because they have, okay. Yeah. So essentially you're saying if you have more muscle on your body, you're burning more calories even at rest.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice. That's a great reason to build muscle.
Right. So it's one of those things where if you can get it on you, on your body, the more on you, especially if you can stay consistent in building more muscle, you're going to start burning more in calories. That's why people get hungrier and hungrier as they're building in essentially like a bulking, you know, when they're getting more muscle, just because it requires so much more energy to build and to maintain than someone who's not working on that.
Nice.
And then the cool thing about muscle is when you're not exercising, unlike other sports like cardio, not that we're against cardio, is that even on your off days and your rest days, you're still burning energy because your metabolism is, you know, is going up versus cardio. You run one day and the next day you're no longer burning calories, or even just 5-6 hours later, you're not necessarily burning calories anymore, unlike muscle.
That is such a great explanation. So you got me thinking that muscle is an investment metabolically for your metabolism.
Right.
So that brings me to my next point, because to build muscle, we have to fuel it. We have to have something to build on, right? And I've heard a lot of people say that to boost your metabolism, you have to eat like first thing in the morning. And it got me thinking, maybe you can help me here. Is my protein shake eating? Is consuming that protein shake in the morning, because that's what I have before I go to the gym, and then before I go to work, it's about maybe 2 hours before I actually have a meal. Does the protein shake count?
Yeah, and I think in our healthy-ish viewpoint, we're not experts, but I would say, yeah, that does work, because 1, you're focusing on protein first thing in the morning, which is essential for your body. 2, it's very easy to digest and for your body to absorb quickly. 3, it's not going to be so heavy or time consuming for you to do a full-on breakfast meal. And the next point is, like, if you're not already used to eating something in the morning, it's really hard for people to actually have a full-on meal that they have to sit down, eat, and chew. And having a protein shake is so easy, so convenient to at least get your calories and your protein first thing in the morning. And I think doing that consistently has like that little step of benefits of getting the overall calories and nutrition that you need to build muscle.
Nice.
So yeah, I would definitely say that's a win. Even in my personal experience, like for a long time, I was used to fasting for a very long time. And I was like, the idea of eating anything first thing in the morning was like, no, I can't. Like my stomach doesn't want it. But your body is so adaptable and adjusts to how you're living already that, yeah, if you've been fasting for so long, your body's going to adjust to that because it wants to be survival mode. Like, okay, you're not going to put anything in me first thing in the morning. But doing a protein shake is so easy and light on your body for the most part, for most people, that's a really good intro to like, okay, introducing your body to having something in your system. And then over time, your body's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I like having something in my system first thing, especially when you are working out consistently and you are eating consistently and you're burning consistently. That like, oh, your body, like at least for me now, like my body, when I wake up, it wakes up. It's like, okay, what are you gonna put in my stomach right away? And I've told you like how hungry I get in the morning. That like within the first hour, like I need to eat something, sip on something, put something in my system, and that really sets me up for the rest of the day.
Bring us back to that all or nothing. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have that perfectly portioned out breakfast in the morning, but you should have something. And for me, healthy-ish, that protein shake, and then I go to the gym, and then I have time to eat my overnight oats or my yogurt or whatever it is. But just getting that protein shake in the morning before I hit the gym is a healthy-ish win.
Right. And I think the key part of that, though, is that it's protein focused.
Oh, yeah.
Someone might be hearing this like, oh, I should eat something, and it's not protein focused. It's just like a piece of bread, or it's a fruit, or it's something like, yeah, light, simple, but it's not protein focused. And that's what you want to put into your system first thing in the morning.
But is this one of those areas where something's better than nothing? Like if we're trying to boost our metabolism and eat something in the morning, and all they don't
all they have is bread. I would say, yeah. I mean, well, it's definitely not the all or nothing. You pointed out we stand like it's either this or you don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's having something in your something. It's still calories. It's still energy. Carbs aren't bad.
Right.
You know. But yeah, if you can fit in a protein source consistently throughout your day, if you're just focusing on protein, I mean that's our biggest thing.
Yeah, protein for sure.
Yeah, counting your macros is great. Counting your calories is great. Counting like looking at all your meals is important. But if you can just have a general idea of just, okay, I'm focusing on protein throughout my day, starting from the first thing that I eat and the last thing I eat, they'll get you in the right direction, especially for muscle building.
All right, guys, let's do a recap. What did we just talk about? We want to move for strength. Strength training is for everybody. Use what you got, even if that's your own body weight. We want to invest in muscle. Muscle will boost your metabolism, making your body more efficient, even at rest. We want to prioritize protein, even if that's just a protein shake first thing in the morning.
We hope this encourages you to grab those heavy weights, those resistance bands, or even your body weight to start exercising to build strength.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Healthy-ish Home. We hope that this motivated you, encouraged you, and inspired you to just start your own healthy-ish journey. We'll be back next week for more healthy-ish tips. Catch you later.